Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an article titled, What's It Like Dating the Strong Woman? And a big shout out to Alex for sending me this article. And guys, this whole article, this is the first of 3 different smaller articles I'm going to go over. They're all written by the same young woman. She's 23 years old at the time, in college, so she's in her prime. And this first article is going to go into, in her view, the benefits and how great it is to date a strong, independent woman. Even though she's going to share all these traits that basically would make any guy want to pull all his hair out. But it's still worth it in her view, okay? And I'm doing this because this is from 2016, so it's 5 years old, but completely relevant for today, and shows you how things have led to where things are right now in 2021 with the female population. Now, not every single woman walking around has that I'm this strong, independent woman attitude, but it's in varying degrees, okay? And there's more of it now than ever. And the interesting thing is, you get a lot of women that complain that guys aren't interested in dating anymore, or relationships, and most certainly not marriage. And they actually wonder why. It's this type of stuff, okay? Because no guy wants to be around, let alone in a relationship with a woman that's going around and basically acting like a masculine man. And that's what you have more of today, thanks to the feminist movement trying to mold women to be that way. And as I said, this is the first of 3 articles. This one's going to go into all this harebrained ideas in her view, how great it is to date a strong, independent woman. And here you're going to see there's nothing great about it whatsoever. The second article is going to go a little bit more about her personality, where her attitude came from. And the third article is going to show what actually led to this, okay? Because I'm always curious, what leads people down to have these type of views? Upon looking at her picture, you see part of her face and you see part of her body, and she looks young and good looking and good body. So I have to wonder what gives. Did she grow up with a masculine mother, a bossy, domineering mother who ran the house, and her dad was a P-word? Is that what led to this attitude? Was the fact that probably maybe she was good looking growing up, that guys were kissing her butt, so she developed that sense of entitlement, maybe had some liberal teachers at school, started embracing the feminist attitude? Who knows? But then I found the real reason which led her down this path, which gave me a good laugh. Now be article number 3, and it's not going to surprise anybody at all. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to jump into this whole thing about what's so great about dating a strong woman. Starts off, she's got the soul of a poet and the fire of a bullet. This won't be your typical relationship. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Okay, right there in the first few sentences. Who wants to be in a relationship that's hard? It's kind of a no-brainer here, but you say it won't be easy, but it's worth it. No, I don't talk about a warped sense of her value here. Okay, nobody wants to be in a relationship where it's hard, where there's problems, where there's drama. Well, let me rephrase that. No guy wants to be in a relationship where there is problems and drama. Women do. She is comfortable being alone. In fact, she prefers it. She craves her space and her freedom. People are drawn to her personality. She is quick to make friends, but also quick to cut people out. She doesn't let people in easily, but you see, it's because she had to be that way. Oh, she sounds like a whole lot of fun. She doesn't let people in very easily. She's quick to cut people off. And pretty much they probably don't go along with her way. She's probably a my way or the highway type. I've known women like this. They're a complete pain in the ass to be around, which is why I'm not around them. Lots of things. She goes on, it will take time, but she will let you in. Oh, great. So you're basically going to have to deal with all her BS and all her hard-ass drama until she eventually lets you in. Okay, as if life isn't short already. She's been through things most people haven't, and those experiences have shaped her to be the woman she is today. Oh, the charming, fun, easy to be around type of personality type of woman, that's what's worth waiting for? She wasn't handled things on a silver platter, and she doesn't expect that to happen now. She won't expect you to do things for her. She won't wait for you to open the door. Ding, ding, ding. She's going to be somebody I can open the door. No man needs to open the door for me. So God forbid you open the car door, the door to the restaurant, pull out a chair. How many of you guys have been in situations where you had a woman actually get annoyed when you tried to actually be a gentleman or a nice guy and do one of those types of things, or pay for the bill? This is today's world. Does this sound like somebody, and I'm close to finishing the article, does she sound like somebody you want to go on a date with, let alone be in a relationship with? I don't care how hot she is. I don't care how great her body is. Who the hell want to be around someone like this? This may frustrate you, but she was built this way. Something happened to her that taught her to never need someone, because at the end of the day, the only person that's guaranteed to be there is herself. Well, if she continues to have this attitude, it is going to be just her and her cats and her boxed wine. That's it. Okay? And yes, I'll be happy that cats get a home because I'm a cat person, but still, that's where things are going to be. But, okay. She won't share her emotions to you right away. She doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Again, so basically she's a hard ass. And what does this sound like? Does she sound like a feminine woman, or does she sound like a masculine woman? A masculine woman. Masculine energy. And no guy wants to be in a relationship or date a woman that acts masculine, because it's like having two dudes on a date. Two dudes in a relationship, and it doesn't work. Heterosexual men want to be on the date with feminine women. Okay? They don't want to be out on a date with a woman that acts like a dude. It's a complete turnoff. Just the same way as a feminine woman wouldn't want to be on a date or a relationship with a feminine guy. It's a turnoff to her too. She doesn't like for others to see her when she's vulnerable or when she's hurting. She doesn't want people's sympathy. Again, because she's so strong. She'll be stubborn. Oh, great. As if things weren't bad enough, now she's admitting that she'll be stubborn as well. Again, why is this such a bonus? Why is this such a great thing for a guy to have someone like her? She's used to doing what she wants to do, when she wants to do it, without needing anyone else's permission. Her way or the highway. She knows who she is and what she wants, and nothing will stop her from achieving her goals, not even you. Again, masculine energy. She's determined and won't let anyone get in her way of that. I'm all for people being determined and going after their goals and all that. Goes both ways, men and women. But that takes a lot of masculine traits, that determination, that drive. And this whole, nobody's going to get in my way, especially no man. What does it sound like? No thanks. She may be too strong for you at first, but don't worry, that's just her outer shell. No, it's not. No, that's her outer shell, her inner shell, her middle shell, whatever shell she has underneath her or above her, that's who she is. The wall she has built up makes sure she doesn't get hurt. She doesn't let people in because she's afraid of what will happen if they leave. That's because she's pushing people away with her hard-ass personality. It's a no-brainer. She's independent. It took a lot of work and a lot of tears for her to get where she is right now. She'll want things her way. What did I tell you about her way or the highway? She may push you away, but that's her way of protecting herself. Until you prove you are worth her time, she'll test you. And what I tell you about women testing you guys, even the masculine hard-ass ones are going to test you. And this whole, until you prove you're worth her time, guys, you never have to go around proving your worth to any woman, anyone for that matter. Okay? If some woman has the attitude that you need to prove yourself to her, you can tell her to kiss your ass. Okay? She needs to prove herself to you. I want you guys to build yourself up to be such a prize and such a high value guy that women, they're proving themselves to you. That's the place you want to be, not you proving yourself to them. This is the crap you see in movies and TV. But again, glancing at part of her picture there, obviously at the time, she looked good because you only see a small part of it. This is the attitude. You know, all these guys want me, so I can pretty much act like a total B and have this attitude. She'll push your buttons and test your limits. Be patient with her. Be patient with her? You kidding me? She does this because she is scared. I don't give a crap if she's scared. Scared to love and scared to let someone new into her world. Once she lets you in, don't ever let her go. She'll change your life, I promise you that. This woman is delusional. No guy that has any sort of value whatsoever, let alone options with women, will ever put up with this horse shit. What are you talking about? But wait till she gets older, out of her prime, wait till she puts on some pounds, wait till there's some wrinkles around the eyes, wait till certain things here start sagging. Let's just see how demanding she's going to be then. But we all know darn well the demanding will continue. There's always be some, weak guy that will just put up with this shit just to get some ass. Now, here's article number 2, another thing she wrote showing you a little more insight as to who she is. And this article is, Your Unreal Expectations for Me. More. She says, I am under no obligation to make sense to you. While people will say just about anything to get your attention, the facade will soon fade. Everyone's true colors eventually show. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be a downer, but I have to let my guard down enough times to know that not everyone is as good as they seem. The further you get into a relationship, the more you realize about a person. You see their quirks, learn their habits, and realize things you may not like about each other. While I am all for constructive criticism, what people need to realize is I will never change who I am for another person. So she's going to go into all these things about her, what she won't do, will do, and all that stuff like that. And she'll mention some things that I do agree with, actually, in terms of being the best version of yourself for men and women. But it's one thing to just live by that code, and it's another one to write an article and basically saying, I won't do this, or I won't do this for any man. And that's what she's doing. The first one she says is, I will not compromise my beliefs. I believe what I believe, whether that be about religion or politics or my views on marriage. Well, honey, you're not getting married, because no one's going to want to be married to your sorry ass. I've been raised to stand up for what I believe in, and you will not change that. Now, that being said, I will also never ask someone to change their beliefs for me. I will support everyone in what they think is best for them, regardless of what I think of it. Yeah, sure, you're not going to share your opinion? Another one, I will not wait for you. I will not wait for no man. In my short 23 years, I have learned not to sit around and wait for someone to do what you want. No one is going to be that person for you. If you don't want me, fine. Bye-bye. Attitude. I will not be made to feel inferior. I am in no way, shape, or form above you. Sure, you've been acting high and mighty since the moment I read your first article. But I sure as hell am not below you either. The second you make me feel like less of a person is the second I walk away. Well, you're making guys feel like less of a person through your whole previous article and right now. I will do whatever I want to do. There you go with the strong, independent woman of the modern age. No man's going to tell me what to do. I understand that people just want what's best for each other. But if you don't like my choices, then I'm terribly sorry. I have big dreams and big plans, and those may change slightly. But they are still my dreams, and I don't intend to let anyone stand in my way. Again, with the masculine energy I was telling you about. Another thing she says, I don't need you to make me happy. I have learned to never depend on another person in regards to my happiness. I know what makes me happy, and that may not be you. Last one, I make my own choices. While other people's opinions do play a role in my decision-making process, ultimately, it is my decision to make, and I'm going to do what I think is best for myself. There you go, guys, of the strong, independent woman. And they wonder, again, why guys aren't interested in relationships. More guys are walking away from even dating and relationships and, of course, marriage. Because more and more of this attitude has become more mainstream. Now, it's not as extreme as hers, but there's varying degrees of it. Okay? And what's enjoyable about that? What's pleasant about that? Who wants to be in a relationship with someone with this type of attitude? It's me. And last but not least, here's the article I found that she wrote, which reveals all why she has this attitude, where it came from. And it's not going to surprise anybody here. So here we go. The title of this article, number 3, is You Don't Have Power Over Me Anymore. And I hate how you made me question myself when the problem was you all along. And this is all about, guess what, guys? Wait for it. An ex-boyfriend. My days used to revolve around you, but not anymore. You see, you've enjoyed having that power. You loved having that control, and now that I'm better off without you, it upsets you. You don't know what to do without it. You manipulated me. You made me believe I would find no one better than you, no one who would treat me like that, like you did. And yet you would never fully commit to being with me. At the time, that killed me more than could be comprehended. But now I see that it was you, your immaturity, taking over and directing your feelings. So guess what? The whole song and dance earlier about how strong she is and all that other bullshit is over a guy. She got burned by some guy. And now she has this attitude, I don't need any man, I can do whatever I want, no one's going to tell me what to do. It all boils down to some guy. This guy made her this crazy, angry as F woman, writing these articles, going on these psychotic rants. One dude. Goes on, I was afraid to leave you between the fear of being alone and the fear of what you would do to me if I left. While you never physically touched me, your words are enough emotional abuse for a lifetime. Well, here we go with that. You never trusted me, and there was nothing I could do to change that. You were jealous because of your own insecurities. You constantly would go back and forth between not wanting to hear from me at all or blowing up my phone with your emotional, mean, and selfish text messages. I have to wonder why she was with this guy for so long. Once your power ran out, you didn't know what to do with yourself anymore. Who would you get to boss around? Who else would drop everything they were going to do at 2 a.m. to come over when you asked? So it sounds like she was the exact opposite of what she's trying to come across in her articles about the strong, independent woman. Who would bring you your favorite coffee to work every morning in hopes that it makes you notice how much they care? My desperate attempts for your attention were becoming pathetic, and I was finally seeing that. I see what everybody else saw. I see how badly you mistreated me. I decided I wasn't going to be your puppet anymore. Sounds like she was dating a Chad or Tyrone. She was dating the bad boy. And the bad boy isn't going to do any of this stuff that she talked about in the first video of proving himself to her, kissing her butt, and all that. She was chasing after him, and she hated it. Hence, her being molded into the strong, independent woman. You won't hear from me much anymore. I won't text you to see how your day was. I won't check up on you to see if you're doing okay. I finally see how happy I am without you, how much I enjoy doing the things that you loathe so much. I won't be bothered by your petty text messages any longer. It won't affect me when you like one of my pictures out of spite. I won't care when you make passive-aggressive remarks towards me. I won't be hurt when I see you flirting with someone new. You don't own my emotions anymore. You no longer have that power. So there you go. All those first 2 articles about this whole female empowerment thing and the strong woman thing and blah, 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 all boils down to because she got burned by some guy. And by the way she describes it, because this kind of sounds like a country music song with the words there, sounds like she was dating the bad boy, a Chad or Tyrone, and she got treated like crap. I'm sure there were probably nice guys that were interested in her, but she wasn't interested in the nice guys. She was interested in the bad boys. And look what happens when you date guys like that. And now, instead of saying, okay, maybe I'll give a nice guy a chance, now she's going down promoting the strong, independent route. And guess what? Now she's going to have no guys, because good guys that may have been interested in her prior to this whole, decline that she's had since obviously Chad or Tyrone kicked her to the curb and treated her like crap. She's now doing the strong independent route and pushing everybody away and having that negative attitude. And I guarantee is going to wonder one day why no guy wants to go out with her and basically say that guys can't handle a strong woman, that type of thing, because we've all heard it. But anyhow, guys, this is just another example of today's world and a perfect example why so many guys, they're done. They're sick and tired. They got better things to do. And honestly, you do. Number one thing on your list, guys, as I always say, should be self-improvement. Focusing on your purpose, your goals, your ambitions. Women, so many guys put girls as their top priority. Getting some ass, chasing women. The women should be the bottom of your priority list. Okay, I try to make these certain points very clear in this channel, and that is one of the biggest things. Women come dead last. Your goals, your life, what you want to achieve for yourself is always first, okay? Because you can always get them, okay? You know the old thing about basically chasing women and chasing money? Chase money and then they'll chase you. It's not the exact thing. You know what I'm talking about here. But anyhow, guys, I thought that'd be a good thing to go over just to show you this is today's world, and this is why things are the way they are. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this, and be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.